Hello and welcome to another mod showcase. This week I was asked to go over my character skin mods, but I thought I'd expand upon this a little bit and talk about my character beauty mods in general, as all of them affect every hominid NPC. To get a video like this made for yourself, just join up on the Discord server, you'll find a link in the description below. But back to the video. In this one I intend to cover skins, bodies, hair and eyes. However, I'll also add some suggestions at the end for tiny changes that might make the extra difference. I'll leave a link to those in the description as well. You can think of this as a vanilla plus discount setup that will still look very nice and play well with your other favourite beauty mods, meaning with small tweaks and additions you can make your characters the style you like, be it beautiful people everywhere or a little bit of ruggedness. However, this setup does a great job of separating the two into their respective categories. To start with, I'm going to talk about my skins and bodies. I know previously I used Divine skins and bodies, but recently I made a change over to the Fatherland series. I found Divine skins and bodies cost a little bit too much, and they tried to make characters that bit too pretty. I also noticed the white characters were luminescently pale. To cover this change I have to talk about two mods together here, because they make up the set that covers skins, bodies and a little bit more, but I'll start with Fatherland Sons, which is a collection of mods that create better looking males and even somewhat affect the females. In this package we get high-res face maps for men, freckles and rough skin complexion, a new men's underwear texture, Skysight skins Ultra HD 4K/2K male textures, and real feet meshes, as well as smooth faces for males and females. Skysight skins should be a recognisable name for those who play on PC. For me, they're some of the nicest skins available. I say this because they're not exaggerated, they're simple and look how I'd expect a more modern game skin to look. They're also only available in this package. When it comes to Fatherland Daughters, we get a bunch more added to the set. These affect the females but again somewhat help the males too. The Daughters package involves an awful lot. This gives a ton of different options to make and suit all manner of characters in the game. We get freckles and rough skin complexion, unslad, which are pale skin textures, fair skin, alt navet C UMP seamless, real girls realistic body textures, real skin for women, mature skin, and all of this fits the demonized UMP body mesh, which we also get included in the package. The female pack also comes with makeups that can actually make your face a ton more believable. I know makeup seems strange in a game like this, but the subtlety of it actually really does improve the character faces a whole lot. What I particularly like about these two mods is how the meshes and textures fit and suit most character styles in the game. They don't try and change what the NPCs are meant to be, but merely bring them up to something a whole lot more modern. I've found that nearly every skin texture and body mod to be about making every woman a Barbie and the men Ken. If that's what you're into, then Fatherland just isn't for you. If you like the general aesthetic of the game but want it to be updated, then this is definitely what you're looking for. Although I will give a special shout out to Tempered Skins, who also do a really great job of this. The Fatherland mods are also extremely malleable and can be used alongside a whole host of other fan favourite beauty mods. So if you're not fond of the facial aspects of these mods, you can easily top them up with mods such as Beauties of Skyrim, the Beauty of Skyrim, or the Beauty Pack with its male add-on to have an extremely pretty set of characters. Personally, I shoot for a variety of character styles. There's a place for rugged and a place for beautiful characters dependent on the lifestyles they've lived, and at base, Fatherland does this perfectly. They're also supremely lightweight for what they do, with Sons coming in at 69.5 megabytes and Daughters a little less at 64 megabytes. But as you've probably noticed, they leave a few things out, so I'll move on to the facial toppers. I'll start at the top of the head and work my way down. Bedhead is easily my favourite hair replacer mod. The hairs are thick, full and look a damn sight better than vanilla. Bedhead is certainly an underlooked mod. At 24.1 megabytes it costs more than AOF believable hair or lore friendly hairs, but overall this adds more to what every NPC's hair looks like. It changes textures, tones and hair ornament details for every single vanilla hairstyle. This means that when you walk through a town you won't see any of the same flat hairs. It's obviously not quite up to scratch with any KS hairdos or Apache Sky hair, but this has to be the ultimate in terms of vanilla hair replacer. It also works alongside high poly hair to improve it further, but that will set you back another 70 megabytes. There's really not much more to say about the hairs, so I'll move on to the final thing that I think makes a difference: the eyes. Personally, I find only two options are worth considering here on Xbox: Natural Eyes and Carla's Eyes Replacer version. And this comes down to one very simple reason: cost. It really is that simple. Whilst there's no denying that some of the other eye replacers out there are clearly better than these two options, you'll be sacrificing a lot of space on something largely only noticeable in the character creation menu. Between Carla's and Natural Eyes, my choice came down to the simplicity of character creation. Carlas offers less shapes and colours, but what they do offer is just better overall and easier to make a character with. The shapes didn't deviate from races like the other replacers do, and the colours popped a lot more than the naturalised ones, which have a lot of extra options and tones, but it takes just too long to get their character right. But don't let that scare you off naturalised, they are cheaper and still really nice for those of you who spend a very long time in character design. Carla's Eyes, coming in at 6 MB, gives us 51 new eye styles, including heterochromia, blind, glowing eyes and vampire eyes. Pretty much everything the big packs offer, but a more streamlined selection of those. Bad eye shapes are one of the quickest ways to make your character look silly, but this pack actually removes that risk. Another reason to use one of these eye styles is they, like everything else on this list, play really nicely with other mods. And with that in mind, I'll throw up a few suggestions to really bring out some excellent characters for you to play with. I'm going to start with the facial areas I missed, the brows and the beards. For those areas, I suggest Kaio's Banging Brows, which is a really lightweight mod, and if you have crazy good vision, you'll be able to notice the difference. I personally use it, but I don't really spot it too often on other characters. And for beards, that is literally the mod name. For my taste, they're a little bit too feathery, but I know people love them, so don't miss out on it if you're into big bushy beards on your characters. A mod recently came out called Beards of Power, and I think they look kinda cool in their pictures, but I haven't tried them yet. So if you have, please do let me know. I'm also a fan of Eyes of Aber, another mod you can throw onto your characters to make them really stand out. These are absolutely the best eyes for any magical or fantasy playstyle and make you look amazing and maybe a little bit anime. They make the eyes highlighted so much and really stand out from anything else. If it was a full eye replacer, I would have to suggest it, but unfortunately, like KS, they are only for your character. I feel like I could add tons of mods into this section. Things like Definitive Beauty Pack and its male add-on, Beauties of Skyrim, the Beauty of Skyrim. But I think you all have a mod you'd throw into this slot to really bring out the design of characters to suit your own needs. But just know, if you have any questions, you are free to ask here in the comments or over on the Discord server, where I'd love to see your character screenshots. But for now, I'm going to end. Thank you for watching. If this has helped, I would as always appreciate those likes, comments and of course subscriptions. But either way, thank you for watching and I hope to see you in the next one.